When you think of the Amazon, what comes to mind? An impenetrable forest filled with uncontacted tribes and exotic animals? A lungs of the world that is on the verge of disappearing? Today we look beyond the myths that Hollywood movies and sensationalist headlines have created about the place I call home. Hello, fellow Americans. Welcome to another episode where we demystify Brazil. Today, we're going to talk about the most mythologized region of our country, the Amazon. It's not just a forest, it's a complex ecosystem home to millions of Brazilians, including modern urban populations. And yes, it's also an incredible rainforest with unparalleled biodiversity. Let's discover together the real Amazon that you've never seen in National Geographic documentaries. Surprise! The Amazon has metropolises. Manaus, a city with more than 2 million inhabitants, is right in the heart of the Amazon rainforest. Let's take a look. Este é o Teatro Amazonas, construído em 1896 durante o do ciclo de Borracha, quando esta região era uma das mais ricas do mundo. Materiais de construção, artistas e arquitetos foram trazidos de Europa. Imagine isso. Teatro de ópera estilo renascentista italiano no meio de Amazonia. This is the famous meeting of the waters, where two gigantic rivers, the Rio Negro with its dark waters and the Solimões with its muddy waters, run side by side for more than 6 kilometers without mixing, creating one of the most impressive views in Brazil. And yes, we have shopping malls, traffic jams, and people glued to their smartphones, just like in any American city. Many Americans are shocked to discover that people in the Amazon live normal urban lives, with access to technology, education, and all modern conveniences. Indigenous. Many foreigners expect us to walk around naked and live in huts. Yes, we preserve our ancestral traditions and knowledge, but we are also part of the 21st century. We have smartphones, we study at universities, and some of us choose to live in cities. The stereotypical view of Amazonian indigenous peoples as primitive or untouched is not only incorrect, but disrespectful. There are communities that are isolated by choice, yes, but most Amazonian indigenous peoples have been in contact with modern society for centuries, maintaining their cultural identities while adopting aspects of modernity that they find useful. In fact, many indigenous communities are at the forefront of conservation, using technology like drones and GPS to monitor invasions and illegal deforestation in their territories. Far from being primitive, they often lead conservation initiatives that are more effective than government projects. Now, let's talk about scientific myths. Have you ever heard that the Amazon is the lungs of the world, producing 20% of the Earth's oxygen? In fact, that is a myth. Scientists now know that although the Amazon produces a lot of oxygen, it consumes almost all of the oxygen it produces in its own ecosystem. This doesn't mean the Amazon isn't crucial to our planet. It stores enormous amounts of carbon and regulates weather patterns that affect agriculture in Brazil and the US. But we need to properly understand its role to protect it properly. What about biodiversity? Yes, we have jaguars, macaws, and pink dolphins, but the real wonder lies in the millions of species of insects, fungi, and microorganisms that have yet to be classified. Many modern medicines have come from compounds discovered here, including treatments for cancer and malaria. Speaking of myths, no, anacondas don't grow to the size of a bus like in Hollywood movies. They're impressive enough in reality, reaching up to 30 feet in length. The real dangers to the Amazon are not mythical creatures, but human activities, deforestation, illegal mining, and poorly planned infrastructure. But even here, the story is more complex than the headlines suggest. Farmer, we want protection for the forest, but we also need to survive. The challenge is to develop the region economically without destroying what makes it special. Researcher, many sustainable projects are being developed in the Amazon, combining traditional knowledge with modern science. The sustainable extraction of products such as acai, Brazil nuts, and natural oils generates income for local communities while keeping the forest standing. The good news is that there are many solutions being implemented by Brazilians. Local communities, researchers, and even companies are finding ways to prosper economically while preserving this vital ecosystem. The Amazon is neither the untouched paradise nor the hell of devastation that it often appears in the international media. It is a complex, diverse place with real challenges, but also with real opportunities and solutions. I hope this video has changed your view of this incredible region a little. If you, our American friends, really want to help the Amazon, start by getting to know its true reality, not the myths. Support serious organizations that work with local communities, research the origin of the products you consume, and yes, visit. Conscious tourism is one of the best ways to create economic value for the standing forest. And in the comments, tell us, which of the myths about the Amazon that we debunked today surprised you the most? Was there something you believed about the Amazon that you discovered was false? Share your impressions, and don't forget to subscribe for more truths about Brazil that Americans don't know. See you in the next video.